Hey guys, it's Kayla. What's up? First, I don't have on any makeup in this video, mainly because I have to wash my hair afterwards and I don't feel like putting on a full face of makeup, even though I'm just going to take it all off in the shower, so whatever. Bear with me. Today's video is just going to be a story time, which I have never actually done on this channel, but I always love watching story time videos and I actually have a pretty crazy story to talk to you guys about. So today's story is how I almost got trampled at a Bryson Tiller concert. So for those of you guys who don't know or don't follow me on Snapchat, which you totally should follow me on Snapchat, I'll have the link to that down below. But this past weekend, I actually went to Milwaukee for the entire weekend to hang out with my best friend who stays at the UWM dorms. So I went to go hang out with her for the entire weekend. And on Saturday, because I was on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so on Saturday, me and her were going to the Bryson Tiller concert. This is also like the second or third concert I want to say I've ever gone to where I've actually wanted to go to this concert. It wasn't like I was just tagging along to go with my sister or I was forced to go with like my parents or something, like a concert I voluntarily wanted to go to. So me and my friend decide that in order to get as close to the stage as possible, we need to be there at least 2 hours in advance or an hour before they open the doors. So we leave her dorm at 5:30. We get to the concert at 6. Right at 6 o'clock, we're like, okay, we're good. We're going to get some really good seats. Awesome. So we're waiting in line. 40 minutes pass, and you're dealing with the usual line where people are trying to get in front of you. People are just being obnoxious behind you. You can hear like shouting in the back because so-and-so cut so-and-so and blah, blah, and just a whole bunch of unnecessariness. So we finally get in line, go through the process of having to get checked, having to get patted down, just like everything. And we get inside the rave. We get inside where the concert was taking place, and it was in the ballroom, which is literally what it is. It's this huge ballroom where a lot of concerts usually take place. And the ballroom can hold a good amount of people. I would say like 2,000 maybe, give or take. I might be wrong here. I'm not exactly sure how many it can hold, but it's a very big place. Keep that in mind. So me and my friend, we get in, we run in to get to where we can be standing at or seated. And we're about 5 rows from the stage. So like, here's the stage, here's us. That far between us, okay? Very good distance. I can see the stage from where I'm at. Like, it's awesome. You know, we're a little bit off to the side, but it works out fine. So, me and her just waiting and waiting, you know, making friends with the people around us and everything. And at this point, I'm like, you know what? We're good. Like, I'm happy to be inside where it's somewhat warmer. Like, I just can't wait for this concert to start, blah, blah, blah. And it slowly but surely starts filling up, and more people come in. And then you start to get annoying concert etiquette. Big old, like, ogre-looking guy is, like, a row in front of us off to my left. I think this, yeah, left. Row in front of us off to my left. And he is, like, he, I guess, had been hitting on, like, some super, super young girl, and it was this whole conundrum, and people were really, really upset by it, and blah, 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 and he almost got kicked out, but he didn't. So, he starts hitting on this other lady, and the lady's like, okay, whatever, sure, like, I'm cool, let's do it, ha, 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 and they're having a swell old time, and then he starts making kissy faces at the girl, like this other girl who was standing in front of me, and she came with like 3 of her guy friends, or one of them might have been her boyfriend. I'm not sure. But he's like, you know those faces where guys are like, doing that to her. And at first I thought he was doing it to me because I make eye contact with him, and I was like, no sir, I'm sorry. I'm not your Fiona. You are not my Shrek. Please go away. Just go away. So the girl tells her friend that the guy's doing this, and her friend gets so mad. And mind you, they're like a row in front of me. So the guy's like going off. He's like, hey, yo, fuck you. Who the fuck you making kissy faces at? Blah, 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 fuck you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting here like, oh my God. And I'm looking at my friend. I'm like, bro, they're about to fight. Now, big ogre guy's over here. Other other guy, the one that's mad, is like over here. Kayla is right here. Do you see that? You see the distance? So if he fights him and they attack, I'm right in the middle of it. And I'm not going for that. So this guy is like going off. He's like spitting. He's cursing. He's so mad. And the big ogre guy is like, nah, bro, you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. And this guy is like 50, okay? Like, what is he even doing at this concert is the real question. But he's like going off and like instigating the guy. And the other guy's getting so ticked off. And I'm just sitting here like grabbing the guy's shoulder like, don't do it. Don't fight him. He winds up throwing a punch anyway. Misses. And the guy, like, ogre guy jumps back and he's like, no, no, no. No, no, no. So then his friend decides to tag team. Like, these guys are like WWE wrestlers. It's like one's out, the other one taps in. So his friend comes and his friend tries to fight the guy and the crowd is pushing the friend back like, don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm just sitting here like, no, stop the violence. So the third guy tries, the last friend tries, he gets tapped in, and then security comes down. And security's like, you guys, like, who's starting the ruckus here? Like, what's going on? And everybody points to the big ogre. So he has, like, everybody's, like, flashing their phones at him, and they put a spotlight on him, and they're, like, pointing down at him, and I think he got kicked out at that point. I'm not positive, because at that very second, perfect timing here, the opening act comes on stage. Everybody loses their ishnit because they think that the opening act is Bryson Tiller. And I don't think some of these people actually comprehended the fact that Bryson Tiller is one person and not two. Or at least as far as I'm concerned, he's one person and not two. So these two guys come out, and I believe their name was They. Like, that was the name of their little group. And they were really good for all 2 songs that I heard. They were really good. But the crowd started to get buck wild. And at this point, let me just do a disclaimer here. I get really claustrophobic really easily. I hate really, really enclosed spaces. Like, I can handle elevators. I can handle, like, closets and stuff. I can do those. I can't do tight space, like, I can't do places where I feel constricted concerts, per se. And usually I can handle them because I have enough room to, like, move my body and I'll be okay. But at this concert, we were literally packed in as sardines. Like, you would think that they would realize this is probably a safety hazard, but they didn't. So, the opening act comes out, everybody starts losing their crap, and usually you expect at a concert for everybody to move forward. It's just something that you see happens all the time. So they move forward. The people in the back push towards the front, and everybody goes flying upwards. And I almost run into this girl who was in front of me. I'm, like, apologizing for her. She's like, no, it's okay. Like, you're fine. Understand what's going on. People are acting stupid. My friend gets, like, thrown in front of somebody else. Somebody's jabbing their elbow into my back. Like, it just gets crazy. So, at this point, the crowd decides that shoving everyone forward is not enough. Oh no. They're gonna start doing like a roller coaster in the middle of the crowd. So people go up and then they move all the way to the side. And then they come all the way back. And then they go all the way to the other side. And they just keep doing it. Like, it's like, they just keep doing it. They're trying to hit all 4 corners of this room. And again, me and my friend are, like, up close. We're not completely in the middle, but we're pretty close to the stage. And we go flying because you have the full body force of everybody from this side ramming into you. And I, like, go tumbling on top of this girl. I feel so sorry. My friend gets, like, trampled on. And as soon as you get up, it starts all over again, and then you're going back the other way, and, like, people are jamming elbows into you, people are getting hit in the face, people are getting stepped on, people are getting kicked on, because you can't get your bearing. And at this point, this is where I'm like, oh my god, I think I'm going to die. That thought legitimately crossed my brain. I was like, I think I'm going to die. Let me say my goodbyes here. And my friend makes eye contact with me, and I make eye contact with her, and she's like, we need to leave. We need to go. And I'm like, yes, we do. And as we're trying to find our way out, the crowd is still like moving around and going back and forth and everything. And I literally feel like a fish coming out of water. Like, I have to jump up and like catch air. And I'm just like, and then they move and you go back down under. Like, you know, you're in a wave pool as a kid and everything's all fine and dandy before you hear the big, and then the wave comes and you're like, here we go. Like, that's what it felt like. Like I was in a wave pool as a child and I couldn't get above the water. Only the water was a bunch of people. Yes. So me and my friend are trying to leave and I'm trying to like not lose track of her and make sure she doesn't get trampled on again and make sure I don't get trampled on. And there's these girls coming from like all different directions trying to leave, and this one girl is like bawling, like she is crying. And my heart goes out to her, and they're like, she's trying to leave, she's just trying to leave. So I grab her hand, I'm like, hey, follow us, just follow us, okay, we'll get out of here. Like, you think we're in a freaking war the way we're trying to get out of here. So then we get these 3 guys that are trying to leave with their girlfriends, and they get in front of us, and they're like trying to push people out the way, and people just can't comprehend the fact that we're not trying to get up front. No, we're trying to go in this direction. Here's the stage, here's us. In no way, shape, or form are we trying to get closer to the stage. We're trying to evacuate. So we're like trying to get through, and this one tall, like jolly gray giant, because he had on gray, he would not move. And I got so mad. I like jam my elbow into his back, and he like lunges forward, and he turns and looks at me, he's like, what the fuck, you bitch? And I'm like, move before I lay you out on the floor. And he like jumps back, he's like, oh, my bad. So he moves forward and we just like dip out. And I have never felt so happy to be in like an open space. Like, guys, I could have cried at the feeling of just getting out there. So we like get out and I'm like sucking in air like no tomorrow. And my friend's like, let's just go back to my dorm. Like, I just want to go back. I just want to chill. And I'm like, I got you, girl. So we order an Uber. And we're leaving, and I'm calling my mom, I'm talking to my mom, and we get back to the dorm, and night goes on fine. We just go out, have a good time, hang out with people. The next morning, we wake up, and she has bruises all over her ribs from getting, like, stepped on her thigh and stuff. I have a bruise on my leg, like, right by my ankle, and I have one right on my shoulder, and I'm just like, wow. So yeah, guys, that pretty much is just how I almost died at a Bryson Tiller concert. I just wanted to share the story with you guys because I felt like it was, now that I think about it, a funny situation. And I hope you guys can try to find the humor in this. If you guys have ever had any crazy like concert experiences, comment down below and tell me that, because I want to know if I'm the only one that's almost felt like they were a fish out of water at a concert. Also, if you guys do enjoy me doing story times, then please do give this video a thumbs up just so I know. And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. We're actually pretty close to 300 subscribers, and I'm low-key kind of freaking out because I never thought that I would even be anywhere near close to that amount of subscribers, but I mean, things happen for a reason. Otherwise, if you're not ready, please do follow me on social media. I'll have all of my handles down in the description box below. And that is everything I have for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the story time, and I will see you later. Bye.